channel. Welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my favorite houseplants so far of 2023, and I have a couple different ones to show you, different varieties, so stay tuned. So basically the classifications I'm going off of are plants that have grown good for me, or some of them haven't grown so good for me that I just really like the way their foliage looks. And let's just get started. So the first one I'm going to be starting with is this cute little rabbit's foot fern. I just love it. I think it's so cool and just like little root. I think it's so just lush and pretty, and it's just so it's like one of those plants that like you see and you like think of it like a dainty plant. Like if you ever wanted a dainty plant, I would 10 out of 10 recommend a rabbit's foot fern because it's just so pretty. And let me take the little piece out. And it kind of looks like it has like spider legs in there. You can see a little bit of new growth that's coming in on mine, but it does look like it has little spider legs. And I did get this for $4.48 at Walmart. My Walmart finally brought their plant section back, but I just absolutely love this plant. I love how like soft it is, and you can definitely tell, this is a dead one, but you can definitely tell whenever it's thirsty because you'll kind of see it like drooping down a little bit, and it's like super forgiving whenever it gets thirsty, because my plants are getting more thirsty now that I have a west facing window, and then I also have grow lights running on them, so the soil of course is going to dry out a lot faster than it normally would. But I just love this plant and it's so pretty. Okay, and then my next plant we're gonna talk about is my string of turtles. This one has grown crazy for me. I feel like every time I look away it grows like a whole new strand. For a little bit for me it just did not grow at all. As you can see, I have a little bit of dead pieces right there, and it started growing again. But I think that was just an environmental shift because I went from the downstairs part of my house to the upstairs part of my house. We have a lot more light up here. Like all this is natural light that you're seeing except for right behind me, but of course I have to have those ones on. And I just love the look of it, and you can see the little new turtles, and I've been able to make this plant super full by any time that I see like a strand coming out. I just kind of like, oh, I just broke that one off. I'll just set it back on top and make sure that like it's touching the soil, and that'll root in there. Let me just make sure that it's touching soil. Yep. And so that'll root in there, and then I'll get like a whole new strand coming out. But this one has grown super easy for me. I haven't really had any problems with it at all. I think I had one mealybug on it, but I got rid of that because I had a little mealybugs problem on the top of my shelf. But that was for my Hoya Chelsea, and I did show you guys that. But that was aphids on that. It had mealybugs before, and then I got aphids. So I just kind of have it quarantined to underneath its own grow light on its own little stand, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. But I absolutely love the look of this plant. Its tiny little leaves are so cute. I love it. And I have turtles, so that's why I just love it. It's a type of peperomia. I can't remember exactly what type of peperomia it is, but I 10 out of 10 would recommend this plant. And I kind of would still consider myself a little bit of a beginner. And this plant's grown super well for me. When I first got it, it was like right here. It wasn't even barely trailing, and now it is. I just love those big baskets you see of the string of turtles just like trailing down. That's what I want so bad. I have a little nook, and I want all my plants to be trailing down. That'd be so pretty. But this is a little bit of a closer look up at it, and then the top. And I have a little gnat trap up there, but I think this is so beautiful, and I just love it. Right. And I do have all these guys in little catch pots. Like I have this one and this, just to make sure that I like to bottom water my plants more than I like to kind of top water my plants. But if I just need to do like a quick little watering, I'll just top water everything. And then my next one I have right here is a type of Hoya. I like every time I feel like I show my Hoyas, I can't remember what type it is. But I have it on this little trellis. It's kind of not doing anything yet, but I just put it on there maybe like 2.5 weeks ago. So I wouldn't really expect it to do anything. Oh my gosh, is that a mealybug? Guys, no, it has mealybugs. See them right there. Right there. Right there, right there. No, I didn't even notice. Now I'm going to treat everything again for mealies. No. Well, at least now I know that has mealybugs, so that's good. But yep, I love this plant so much. I think it's just so beautiful, and it has been growing really good for me. As you can see, it has all these new little tendrils that are coming out on it, which I really love. I don't love that it has mealybugs now though, because I did not even see that. And I check my plants all the time. I don't know how I didn't see that, but Guess I just glanced over it, but it's okay. I'll quarantine this one and kind of get it all fixed and straight. All right, I'm gonna set that one right there where it's not touching anything else. And then my next one I have for you is my Alocasia Black Velvet. I know the leaf looks like that. It has a new leaf coming out for me, but honestly, even though like I kind of suck at like keeping more than one leaf on these guys at a time. I don't know what it is, but you can see it has a new little growth point trying to come out on it right there. Actually, it has 3 growth points coming off that one. See, 1, 2, 3. And I just think this is such a pretty plant. I love how the underneath is like has like the purple medallion-ish. And then the top is like a black velvety. I think it's super pretty, even though I can only keep 1 leaf on it at a time. But, I mean, let me know if you guys have any tips for how to keep more than 1 leaf on your alocasia at a time. Because this one just does not like me. This is the only alocasia that I own. And I think this might be the only ever alocasia that I own at this point. Because it does not like me. And then my next one I have is my bromeliad. Right here. Super pretty. I love this plant. Has a couple little dead leaves on it. Kind of neat. I think I might need some water actually. No, I think it's good. I just hate how it's all wobbly all the time. But, yep, so this is my bromeliad, and it's super pretty. I love it. I got this on clearance. It looked like almost exactly like this, just less growth for, sorry, fungus gnats. I got this for about, I think, $10 on clearance. Actually, maybe like $8. And as you can see, it's growing a new little pup right there, which is super cute. And I just love this plant. It's been growing awesome for me. And I keep it on the top of my plant shelf up there. So it doesn't get too much light, but it does get enough light. Next one I have is my Chlorophytum mandarin orange spider plant. And it's so beautiful. I just love the orange veination in it. Not the veination, the orange stems. They're super pretty. And I am getting a new little leaf on there. And I think it's super cute. There's not much to say about this plant. It's just I really like it because I cannot keep a normal spider plant alive to save my life. But I can keep this guy alive. And it really likes me. So, yeah. Next plant I have to talk about is my Chinese evergreen. And this guy is beautiful. I love it so much. What's the new leaf? This guy's a new leaf that just came out. It's still kind of hardening off a little bit. It's super soft. And this plant is just beautiful, and it grows really fast for me. See, I have 1, 2, 3 growth points coming off this one right now as well. And it just makes me super happy. I think it's really, really pretty. And I just love how it's like really nice right there. It kind of reminds me of a variegated plant, but like not the cost of a variegated plant. It doesn't have the white. It has like the nice darker green variegation, which I think is super, super pretty. There's not much to say about this plant either. It's just, I feel like everyone needs a Chinese evergreen in their collection, and it's just beautiful. And my infected plant area over here where I'm just keeping everything that's infected. This guy isn't, but if it starts to grow more and kind of like get over there more, I'm gonna actually kind of move you a little bit right there. But this is my Thanksgiving cactus. I'm not my Thanksgiving cactus, my Christmas cactus. And it is a true Christmas cactus. And I love it so much. I think it's super, super pretty. And a lot of people told me about the artificial light. It won't bloom. Right now, I'm just trying to make it get a little bit bigger. I don't really care too much about it blooming. But I absolutely love this plant. For a little bit, I had a couple struggles with it inside this pot. It just didn't like the pot. But now it really does. And as you can see, some of the new growth is coming in a little bit. Sun stress, which I think is super pretty. I love the purple, like reddish growth. I think it's super pretty. All the infected plants over here. As you can see, this one has a little bit of bugs on it still. A couple aphids. I've been spraying every day, wiping it down, you know, just doing the care on it. This one I'm gonna have to go through with a Q-tip, isopropyl alcohol, scrub the whole thing down, probably redo the soil, replant it, do everything with that. But that could be in a different video of how I take care of mealybugs and plant pests. Spray these guys down with some insecticidal soap, as you can see. I like to leave the insecticidal soap on there and just kind of let it dry on there. But, yeah, I just sprayed all these guys with some soap just to try to get rid of these mealybugs. And if that doesn't work, I'll of course go through with my Q-tip and isopropyl alcohol and get rid of that. This guy is doing a lot better. Just has a couple signs of aphids, but not too much. My favorite plant is my Hoya. I think this is a Crimson Princess, a princess one, because it has inner variegation. And as you can see, I'm getting a bunch of new growth on it. I love how the new growth comes in super small and then sizes up. And I just love this plant. I got it for $20 at Walmart, and it's like farther away from me in a different state. But I absolutely love this plant. I think it's super pretty and it's trailing for me. It has, like, I think about 8 different plants inside of here, and I love how big the leaves can get. As you can see, they're super, super pretty. I have a bunch of new growth points on it, and this plant is just loving life. I have about 1 or 2 more plants to show you. My next one is my Caladium Moonlight. As you can see, this plant is absolutely beautiful. Got a little burnt, I think, right there. But this plant is beautiful, and I just love it so much. I think it might need some water. Yeah, I'm going to give it some water. But this plant, I had it in, it was just a little root ball, because all the leaves died off of it. And I just planted it, put it in the window, and they all came back. As you can see, this one's huge, and it's just so beautiful. I love the green veination in it. It has a little bit of pink at the top, which I think is super, super. 2 favorite plants are kind of right next to each other. I have my humongous cactus and my string of pearls in my face pot. And this guy has been giving me a bunch of new growth. As you can see, I went through a time where it stopped giving me growth, and it just kind of like crustied off, I guess. I don't know how to say that. But yeah, it's super pretty, and I got a bunch of new little green growth on the top, and I just love my string of pearls so much. It's so beautiful. And then my big, ginormous cactus. I just love it because it's just so big. That's the only reason I wanted it, was because just how tall it was, and I think it was a really nice statement piece. And then my last plant that I'm going to show you guys today is my rattlesnake calathea, and I was horrible with prayer plants and calathea for a really long time, and then I got this guy, and it just has been doing awesome for me. I have it right next to the humidifier. I need to fill up with some water, but it's just been so pretty. I love watching it go up at night and come back down in the morning, and I just nothing really much to say about this guy. Honorable mentions is my peanut cactus. I love this cactus so much. As you can see, it grows a lot for me. It's grown a lot in this one space. But the only reason it didn't make it on the favorites list is just because it drops all the time. Because if I literally feel like if I just touch it a little bit, it's just going to fall over and I'm going to lose a bunch of the growth. That's the only reason it didn't make it on the list, but I still think it's really pretty, and it's super cool how it's trailing down. Last one is my rickrack cactus, and I still love this plant so much. When I got it, it was just 4 leaves, and now you can see how big it is. I love this plant, but I just feel like I like others more, and this one's kind of hidden behind my curtains, and it's on this little shelf. But I just feel like I don't see it as much as I should, and I just think it's really, really pretty. And my Hoya has a new leaf on it, which makes me really happy. But yep, that's the reason it didn't make it on the list. Was I still love it, but I feel like I don't see it as much, and I need to rotate it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorite plants are for 2023, and see you in the next one.